nice for me to be here today. My name is Mr. Maybe. This is your commerce teacher, and the topic we want to look at this today is communication. Communication. So, before I proceed, I would like to introduce this to you. Lesson objective. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to define communication, state the importance of communication, explain the barriers to effective communication, describe the development and means of communication in Nigeria. So that is all about the lesson objective. Then let us look at the meaning of communication. Communication is a process of exchanging or transmission of meaningful information. You can transfer information from one place to another. You can also transfer the feelings, opinions, ideas from one person to another, or from one place to another. Or this communication we are talking about is a two-way process which involves sending and receiving of messages, or it involves the senders and the receivers of messages. So communication has played important roles in commerce by enhancing all forms of business activities. Communication is a vital aspect of commerce because it is a means by which buyers and sellers are able to get in contact to transfer business or to do the business. So you can see that communication is very, very vital in the in business activities. There's no how the buyers and sellers need to communicate before buy and selling of goods and services can be before buy and selling of goods and services can take place. So that is let us look at the importance of communication. Communication promotes commercial activities, promotes commercial activities throughout the global world, and is also connected even to the rural area. There's no how in communication which play a greater role in commercial activities. That in buying and selling of goods and services, there is need for two or more people to communicate. Two more people I mean is the buyers and seller. There is need for them both of them to come together and communicate before buying and selling of goods and services can take place. The enhancement settlement of international indebtedness the use of communication has enhanced the settlement of debt through telegraphic money transfer. So through money transfer, it has helped a lot to settle the debts between between the two traders. So that means that is it's also a creation of awareness for goods and services. Communication helps in creating awareness for goods and services in order to induce or to attract customers to buy. There's need for the communication help in creating. There's need for that is advertisement, create awareness. So you communicate to your buyer, then the seller need to communicate to the buyer, and but through the communication to the buyer, that will attract the customer to persuade them to buy. So reduction in cost and risk of traveling. Through communication, the cost and risk involved in traveling long distance for business transactions can be greatly reduced. So that's helped them a lot as well. Then let us look at the one of the importance of commerce is also it facilitates contact between the international trade. When we are talking about international, they are talking about foreign trade. It provides and facilitates good and efficient means of maintaining close contact between businessmen. So it has helped them in a Nigerian trader can also do trading with a man in Brazil. It's possible. So what they need to do is to get their contact and communicate together. Then they will do business, and whereby they will also be doing what is called money transfer. Uh, so, and it also provides information for government policy. Information about the economic and commercial policy of the government are transmitted through communication to the businessmen. So then we also have let us look at the development and means of communication in Nigeria. In Nigeria, here, means of communication is human force. Communication then was based on the level of development at that time. Then many other means of sending and receiving messages have been developed all over the world. All over the world. Then we also have tradition and means of communication as well. We have wooden drums, or you can call it talking drums. Wooden drums are to pass messages to people within the community. They do this, head of the community we can use it to assemble its people in a place by using the talking drums or wooden drums. Wooden drums are made from wood. So they made drum from wood. Uh, then tongue criers. Messages can be transmitted through tongue criers. These are people that pass information from one place to another on foot or horseback. So they use horseback to transmit information from one place to another. They use different instruments to draw people's attention. We are talking about the traditional one, how to communicate, how they are using it to communicate in olden days. So there's another one, metal gum. Metal gum is an alloy metal beating with another metal. So they're using one metal to beat the another one, and they're using it to make announcement to members of the traditional community. On hearing this the sound, people will gather at the village square to hear and discuss the latest development in the community. So by using that metal, using the two metal, so they are using it to communicate the latest development, or they want something to pass to the people that are living in the community. Then we also have palm fronds. This is a means of communication which signifies peace during a period of adult meeting. Then we also have gun blast. Gun blasts are used uh, to mark on signify traditional festival and burial. So they use this gun blast during the time of burials or during the time of festival. They use gun blast or gunshots. So especially hunter are using this. Hunter also use gunshots for communication purpose during hunting expedition. Other communication are whistles, bells, trumpet, and flutes. A flute as well as smoke. So boiling something fire now in the olden days means a lot to the people living in that community. Then let us look at the forms of communication. We have oral communication. What I'm doing now is oral communication. This is a form of communication in which people exchanging information from spoken word in different languages. This can go through face to face. That is face to face discussion as well. Physical contact. People communicate by speaking a language understand by themselves. That is oral communication. You can see that if Yoruba and Yoruba man communicate with Yoruba man in the market, they will understand themselves. That is what is called oral communication. Or they use an official language. In our Nigeria, our official language is English language. So that is oral communication. As I'm teaching you, my students, what I'm doing now is oral communication. Then the written communication is a means of communication through the exchange of writing document. Yes, writing document or writing something inside the paper. That is a written documentation, or writing it or through message transmission through mails, uh, telegram. This form of communication make it possible to keep permanent record as well. So to keep permanent record. Then we also have this let us look at barriers. Barriers, uh, barriers of communication, language barriers. Yes, it is impossible for if I speak Yoruba to an Hausa man, and this Hausa man doesn't understand Yoruba. It will be difficult for him, or maybe we are doing business together. There will be no effective communication there. The communication will not be effective, and the business transaction will not be effective simply because we cannot be able to understand ourselves. Or if an Igbo man speak Igbo to me in dealing maybe in terms of trading activities, we will not be able to understand ourselves. So language barriers create a lot of problem in business activities. So these are things that prevent people from understanding each other. They are common challenge to individual groups, international conflicts, government, nations, and the entire world. The study concluded that language barriers are factors that block or significantly distort effective communication. The second one is cultural barriers. These are common barriers to effective communication in terms of cultural perspective. Yes, in terms of Yoruba culture different from Hausa and different from Igbo culture. So they are not the same thing. The way some people in Yoruba land, they so believe in during the time of masquerade, they so believe in that one, and they believe that people should not go to the market for that particular day. So that culture can create a lot of problem in communication and passing information from one place to another. People come from different parts of the community of the country have a dismal foundation, and they will show emotion in different way, and there's more they will show their different emotions because of their culture they believe in, and exhibit different behaviors. So that is, let us look at perpetual barriers. These are mental blocks that we create because of the perspective that we have of certain people. Yes, perpetual, because of the hatred that we have some people around us that may not even bring effective communication between the two parties. Then perpetual barriers are one of the numerous barriers which the subclass of the intrapersonal barrier. And we also have the physical barrier. This is the environmental and natural condition that act as a barrier in communicating, in sending message from sender to receiver. Organizational environment, technological problems, and noise are part of the physical barriers. Then let us look at the a part of the physical barrier, a part of the physical barrier. Then we also have the interpersonal barriers. Interpersonal, this refers to communication between two or more people. In this case, in this type of communication, people verbally or non-verbally transmit ideas. Yes, that's interpersonal. They also transmit or they also pass information from different people, and they pass this information or they pass the feelings or ideas to themselves through the interpersonal through this barrier. And this creates a lot of problem in buying and selling of goods and services. It's a great problem to the traders because trader there won't be any effective communication between the traders and between the buyers and the sell and the sellers. This creates a lot of problems. Right, so then this is what I have for you for the week. Please, please stay away from this disease. God will continue to be with each and every one of us. Stay safe and go through your textbook at Commerce Senior for Secondary textbook. God will bless you. Then go to the school website. You see your lesson notes there.